to these championship rounds where Tyler Denny has been many times before, and George Liddard is having a rocky spell here.
No, he's just taking the power out of the shots. Denny, a lot more active. They're good shots to the body, just stabbing them. You see between the guard, wasn't it? Those two left hooks.
Oh! Let's go, that's a lefty. Le tira una izquierda, una derecha. Le pega, lo abraza. El referee nos separa. ¡Pum! Una izquierda, otra izquierda, le pega. Se acaba el round, muchachos, se acaba el round. Vamos, se acaba el round. Un aplauso.
He didn't get the decision, so it's subjective, Sonny.
Vamos.
Yeah, in a very different fight to score, but this fight has a lot of action in it.
Vamos.
He's sort of pressing the pace, catching Liddard when he squares up, but then Liddard's always seemingly got an answer to a lot of the work. He's getting caught, then he's always getting a point back. He's always coming back, but that was a lovely shot that then he walked on Liddard to there. And you just see him opt to hold a couple of times there, Liddard, where we haven't really seen that throughout this fight so far. Just there, tying him up, bringing the bodies together so he can't land any more shots.
Keep banging them low. Punching in, one up there, bang low.
What a weekend of the zone. Belfast last night, Misfits Pros first event, Matchroom tonight, more in Orlando later. And then what a week next week, building up to Italma, Franklin, the Magnificent Seven. It is non-stop action. Now this has been another good watch. Every fight tonight has had something. I loved it.
Good right up there from Denny, straight out the gates. See, Denny he forces you to close the gap. The Liddard has accommodated him a little too much, I think, at times. And I tell you what, it's closed the gap here, Tyler Denny, for sure.
I love the little pop shots, the backhands that Liddard throws, and he just braces a little bit and then just throws it with not too much power behind it, just nice, sharp, crisp accuracy.
Yeah, the cleanest shots have come from George Liddard tonight, the ones that really catch the eye for the crowd. But Tyler Denny's commitment and his come forward attitude, and he's had his success, and Sonny's right, he's won rounds, definitely.
And when he does that half step back that we just saw from Liddard there, just keep adjusting backwards. He caught him nice as he fell in, because he's always controlling the range when he's doing that. But when he holds his feet and stays that quick, like just like that, when he holds his feet, he walks onto shots because he's in range.
He's being to the punch there for the Denny. You know, in these stages as well, this is a case of, tactics for sure, but who's going to dig big? Who's going to give it that bit more? Who's going to leave their heart and soul in the ring?
And who prepared better? Sometimes with that underdog mentality, you're pushing yourself that little bit more than the champion is who starts believing the hype. I'm not saying that's Liddard.
How many times has Tyler Denny been an underdog and found a way?
He doesn't give up, and he's a very, very tough man. And he can hurt you as well. If he catches you clean, you know about it.
Good left hook there from Liddard.
I think they both fought each other at the same time. They're trading these exchanges.
Oh, I think Denny's had the better of the round so far for me.
Oh.
Body shots that have been thrown, particularly by Denny, after they start having a toll on Liddard, who's super fit. They both are.
Lovely shot from Liddard, but I think Denny's just showing that he understands this stage of the fight right now.
He's talking to him.
Easy work.
Easy work, he's saying.
Oh, good shot there from Denny.
I guarantee you, Tyler will think he's in front here.
I don't think he is, but I think if he gets the last 3 rounds, I don't know where the scorecards are going to go. They're going to be wide open.
Last few seconds of the 10th could come down to the last 6 minutes. Exciting stuff here in East London on this Saturday night. He lifts his hands aloft Tyler Denny, and he has Tony got it.
Tony through 10, 2 more.
Oh,
before it'll be George Liddard's first time going
to these rounds. How you seeing it?
I think George ahead. I think Denny has won quite a few rounds. I'm not going to lie. I think he's won 3 rounds, maybe 4 tops. You know what? It reminds me a little, in parts at the start of the Giorgio Rizzioli fight. Don't play with your food. When you've got a chance to get rid of these guys, get rid of them. And if you are above this level, that's what you should be doing. It's hard because, you know, I give Denny so much credit, but he is the better fighter and he's now got to show it. You know, Giorgio, he's just... It's there. The Liddard now just don't take it.
2 more rounds to go in this one. British and Commonwealth titles on the line. Here we go, round 11.
Thanks, Andy. The feeling at ringside is that George Liddard may be slightly ahead, but there are 2 to go. And Tyler Denny has, he's made it his fight at times after a shaky start when it looked like he was hurt. And Liddard has the power, maybe, to do that again.
There's a better shot there from Liddard.
So you got to maintain that distance, though. Even when he's being aggressive, I say it all the time, but you have to, because you want full leverage on your shots, and you don't want to give Denny the chance to come back into it. And if Denny can just roll ahead when he comes forward, he's so much more of a problem.
I think when Liddard's had space and he's shown shots like that to body ahead, he's looked really good. I think when he's been up close, Denny has roughed him up and used that experience really well. But how much clean has landed from Tyler Denny?
Oh, lovely lead hook. Denny fell into Liddard there.
Yeah. Again, it won't matter. It's late on. Who wants this more? Liddard going for an uppercut back. Tyler Denny. Fantastic work from the man from the Midlands.
No, maybe we should make the tower a little like
George Liddard. The heart is with Tyler Denny. Fantastic action. Swing from the hip. What has been a magnificent night here at the Copper Box.
Just over halfway left of this round.
Clean. Will one of us take a count? And how crucial might that be?
They made it mind them now. We're just
what else can we do?
Liddard with again the eye-catching shots. Tyler Denny holding on, but what heart, what guts he's got, Tyler Denny.
When I saw Liddard walk into the hotel at the beginning of the week, dressed in a suit, he went, I come here for a shootout, and a proper shootout, and he really has.
We're getting it now, Sonny Edwards.
We are getting that shootout that he promised.
What an 11th round.
What a fight. Fair play to both fighters.
Cracking punches from the 2. Leather flying right on in the closing, dying embers of this British and Commonwealth Championship fight. And there's still a round to go. Tyler Denny wants it back. Is George Liddard in enough of the lead? This has been the round of the fight. Fabulous, sizzling action, and we have loved it.
Round of the fight has probably been round of the year, Adam.
Wow! Eddie Hearn on his feet. Sonny Edwards on his feet. People at ringside absolutely loving it. This is what the Lonsdale belt can mean, Darren.
I mean, it's a dream of all British fighters. It really is. And they're delivering. They are. That was a fantastic 11th round. 1 to go, as you say. Who's going to give it that last little bit? Who's got that last little bit left?
And how have the judges got it? Great fight.
I'll tell you what, if they both go at it how they did in that last round, you could see a stoppage in this final round.
And I think it depends who gets called clean or makes the mistake first. But Denny has been strong the whole way through the fight.
But how many times you see in fights like this, all of a sudden the energy drains instantly. One punch can make that difference.
I'll tell you what hasn't, though, the energy of this venue hasn't drained.
It's been a theme of the night, hasn't it?
It's been unbelievable. Adam Macker, Taylor Bevan with really good wins earlier, maybe the best of their careers so far. Lily Patigliaga, Jake Goodwin, Jimmy Sainz, Derek Azazi. Giorgio Fisioli's masterclass. We've had it all tonight, and this has been really entertaining. Scrappy at times, quality at others, commitment phenomenal.
And we looked at the card before and we said that there could definitely be some upsets. And although there hasn't been any upsets yet, every single fight has been a proper fight, competitive, good level, good match fight.
As at the start of the show, it's like the promoter said, you got to show us all the prospects, all the eight are, you got to show us what you're made of tonight.
And they have,
to be fair.
Here comes Liddard, marching forward. Right hand, good work, late on from the champion. Will it seal the deal?
He knows enough though, Denny. He's smart, isn't he? Just to hold at the right time. I think that rest.
I'm just favouring the last couple of rounds, the volume of Liddard. He's just throwing more and he's landing more. And even though there's always something coming back from Denny, it's usually a single to Liddard's 2 or 3.
2 or 3 cleaner shots.
Yep. Smile coming through now. George Liddard, he's ridden out some rough patches. Come on, says Errol Johnson, living and breathing is Tyler Denny, still very much alive here, pushing George Liddard down the stretch that he loves. And he's been as good as his word, Tyler Denny. What a challenge.
When you think you've got him on the rails, he comes back, doesn't he, with something of quality.
After those first 2 rounds, you thought Liddard by stoppage, maybe like Hamza Shiraz, but Tyler Denny has turned it at times into his fight, and he has not stopped trying and working. But I think the eye-catching quality, Sonny, with Liddard.
Yeah, and I think that's going to prove the difference. I think it's more easier to score for Liddard. Good work with Denny backed up again as well. More volume, a bit fresher. I'd be surprised if he went up to the scorecards here, but Denny been a worthy competitor throughout the fight.
George Liddard with the half marathon in the morning. I wonder if Tyler Denny will go with him. They'll share a beer at some point. There'll be masses of respect at the final bell between the two. After some needle in the build-up. Last 15 seconds. The two still going for it. Lonsdale belt, Commonwealth title. Stake Liddard finishing strong, but Tyler Denny has done brilliantly, and that is what boxing's about. The respect after sharing souls for 12 rounds. What a night!
Hey, what a fight! What a fight! What a fight! Good fight. Buena pelea, muy buena pelea.
Denny raises his arms aloft. He feels he's done enough. George Liddard in his blue corner on the ropes. Applauding the fans. That was fantastic, Adam. It really was. The way
like and subscribe, guys. I'll be showing more sports. I'll be showing all kinds of sports. Boxing, baseball, soccer, football. Anything in the news, politics.
What a great challenge, a great effort. He's a great guy.
Subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe.
I'm not sure he's won it. We don't know the judges. The 3 cards is what matters. I think Tyler was looking for a little bit of comfort from us there when it came up. He's not sure either.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be too confident if I was in Denny's corner, but he's definitely was landing some good shots throughout. The action from both fighters, look, lovely left-hand lands there around the guard of Liddard. But I think Liddard won the rounds at the end when he needed to. I think there was a moment where there was enough rounds for Liddard to let the fight slip and then to catch back up. I think when he needed it, Liddard got the round.
Yeah,
great sportsmanship. Good fight. Good fight. It was a good fight.
Who is thanking the fans and believes he will keep hold of his British and Commonwealth titles. I think he will, but what an effort from Tyler Denny. Meanwhile, we have so much more ahead. Next Saturday, we're in Manchester. The heir apparent Moses Italma. Can he become the first man to stop Jermaine Franklin, who we heard earlier is in really good form and fancies this magnificent 7 on the zone. Saturday next week, as Tony Galley just talking to Tyler Denny. He'll be gutted if he loses this time, but he's done ever so well. He was talking to Eddie Hearn. I'm sure there will be another chance ahead for the 34-year-old. We don't know yet. We feel it's Liddard. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards and they read as follows. Mark Bates, Reese Carter, and Lee Every all score the contest 116-112 in favor of your winner. And still, British Commonwealth and now reigning Intercontinental Champion, George Liddard.
Unanimous by 4 on all 3 cars. George Liddard, a worthy winner, still the British Commonwealth middleweight champion. But what an effort from Tyler Denny, who pushed him all the way, played his part, and made it a really good fight and learning experience for the 23-year-old.
Yeah, it was a good competitive fight like we knew it would be. Tyler Denny's been a European champion. He's quality. He drags you into his fight, and that was a Tyler Denny fight from very early on. The only thing is, George Liddard lived up to it. He responded, and ultimately, in a fight like that, you go down to who's the busier. It was hard to tell. Maybe Tyler Denny, but the cleaner work, the heavier shots came from George Liddard, and that's why I think the scores are correct.
Yeah, I agree with the scores as well. I think with the last 3 rounds, I think if Denny won all of those, it was pushing it really, really close, and he could have mixed it. But I do think Liddard shut out the round 11 and round 12 well enough that he won those 2 and stretched the lead out of Denny's hand.
Started so well, finished really strongly. Impressive the way he managed that Liddard tonight.
Exactly that, managing the fight really, really well. In patches, looked a real class act, and I think there's so much to build from moving forward from this contest. A real talent, he really is. And the belt suit him. He looks hard, doesn't he? Team happy, all smiles. What next for George Liddard?
Great to see John Ryder in there.
Proper man, proper player.
Absolutely. Jamie's going to get in there and get a word with the British and Commonwealth champion. And our hearts go out to Tyler Denny. What a great effort. Go back to the Black Country with your head held very, very high. But George Liddard promised he'd keep those belts by hook or by crook, and he managed it, Jamie.
Yeah, he managed it indeed, George Liddard. Congratulations, and still, I believe, just before we talk about what we've just witnessed, which was a great fight from ringside, there's something you want to say tonight?
Yeah, listen, I'm very, very happy to win these belts tonight, but there's a more important matter to discuss. A good friend of mine, Dr. Joe Caro, his son, little Triolo, he had a terrible accident in Austria. There's a good GoFundMe page. It'll be on my Instagram story, and I want everyone to get on there and just donate anything, something little. Let's get this little boy back in the UK, man. It shouldn't happen to any family. So let's please check the link in my story and go check that out.
Well said, George. In terms of the fight tonight, you said you couldn't see Tyler Denny lasting the full 36 minutes. Was there anything that surprised you? Because you had to work really hard for that at times tonight.
Listen, he brought more than I expected, but listen, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I did the 12 rounds, never been 12 rounds before, and neither had he, so I think we've both learned a lot tonight. And listen, this is a journey, man. I'm on a journey to the top. However that be that I get there, it be. And tonight, we didn't get the knockout, but that's okay. I put on a show for the people. You all got to witness a war. And listen, I can't thank all of you enough for coming out here. I'm only 23, and we're doing things that no one's ever done, you know. And listen, I'm just a young boy from Billericay who supports West Ham with a dream. And you lot are helping me reach that fight on fight. And I can't thank you enough, man. I really am living my dream out here. So, yeah, thank you very much.
How satisfied were you with your own performance tonight, George, in the main event?
Yeah, listen, it was a good performance. There's a lot I learned tonight, a lot of slippery little tricks he did, that little uppercut in the inside. It was good work from him, man. I got to take my hat off to him. I remember coming back to the corner of Tony after a few rounds, like, he hit this little uppercut. He's like, move around. And I'm trying to do it, but listen, we'll be working on that in the gym and I won't get caught with it again. That's one thing Tony will vouch me for. I'm like a sponge. I soak things up quick, and it's back to the drawing board. I'm 23, man, and there's no other prospect stepping up like me, fight on fight. I'm testing myself now on the world stage, you know, that was a European level fight. at 23 years old in the middleweight division. Who else is doing that? I want to thank Matchroom for the opportunities, headlining Copper Box. You don't realize how much of a dream come true for this is. You know, just a young boy from Billericay, like I said, we share a lot in common with that. And thanks for the opportunities. Thanks to Tony for taking me on, you know, at 19 years old. Yeah, listen, I wouldn't be the fighter I am today. My dad, my mum, my whole family, everyone around me that supports me day by day. You mean the world to me, man. You mean the world to me. And I want to thank God too. I wouldn't be the man I am today without him. He changed my life a few years back, and I take my hat off to anyone who finds God. Listen, change your life, man.
Bring in promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, a great fight to cap, I should say, a great night here at the Copper Box. For George Liddard, in terms of potential, watching performances like that, in terms of the boxes that he ticks, what do you think you're looking at?
Yeah, look, I think the one thing he said we have to remember is he's 23 years of age. Most people haven't even turned professional at 23 years of age. He's headlining the Copper Box. He's defending his British and Commonwealth title. But I tell you one thing that he does is he works so hard in the gym. Tony will be, you know, and that fitness in there, winning the fight, it was a close fight coming into the championship rounds. And to have that kind of championship grit, championship experience at such a young age shows how far he can go. He can box better than that, but tonight he showed how tough he was. By the way, Tyler Denny's a serious fighter. To go from Conway and Denny at 23 years of age, under the pressure of York Hall, Copper Box, you know, and that's part of the development for him. You know, he sold out York Hall last time. We had nearly 5,000 in here tonight. Next time he'll fill the whole place as well. We've still got to remember his age, but we mustn't hold him back as well. He's a very ambitious young man who's got world-class potential. And that was a really big win tonight and a really good British domestic dust-up. And he's giving people value for money. He's got fantastic support from everybody at Billericay, West Ham. You know, it's a great atmosphere. He deserves that support. He works hard. And, you know, with that kind of growth, I believe he can go on. There's a fight in a few hours. Ammo Williams against Carlos Adames for the WBC world title. We're not there yet, but that's in the sights. And a couple more fights. I'd love to see him win this outright, personally. That's a wonderful belt, but, you know, like we always say, Billericay's got a British and Commonwealth champion that could actually become a world champion as well. And at 23, we're moving up the world rankings. It's very exciting.
One name you mentioned to me at the weigh-in was Liam Smith. Yeah. Is that potential?
Yeah, look, Liam's a brilliant fighter. You know, if he decides to stay in the game, they're the kind of big names that George Liddard wants. We actually agreed to fight Liam Smith tonight, but Liam wanted a bit more extra time and to make his decision. We're doing our own thing, but if Liam comes back, that's a tremendous fight that would probably fill this place as well. But I'd love to see him defend that, keep it outright, and move on. And if he keeps working as hard as he is day in, day out, I believe he can become a world champion. And I know he won't take his foot off the gas in that respect. And we're very proud of him, you know. We know that when he came into the gym at 19, he didn't have the Olympic background and a world championship amateur background. He had a lot of potential, but he was always one of the hardest workers in the gym. Day in, day out, he's dedicated his life to the sport, and he's paying dividends now. He's delivering on the big stage. We're delighted to have signed the new contract with him this week. He's now making proper money, which is nice. All right, no, everybody, all his mates, he's making proper money now, but he deserves it because he works hard, and it's a tough game. And Tyler Denny gave him 12 hard rounds tonight, and now he can set him up for the future financially, but also with legacy, with belts, and all the way to the World Championship.
Winning that British title outright, or perhaps a name like Liam Smith, what tickles the fancy of George Liddard right now?
Listen, I trust Tony with my career more than anyone in the game. Tony and Eddie together, and Frank Smith. Like you said, we just signed a new contract. Not making as much money as now. Listen, they've looked after me. I'll tell you that. But I trust them with my whole career. Whoever they want me to fight next, I'll fight. I see a lot of people saying I'm ducking and diving. I'll fight anyone, man, and they will back me up on that. Anyone you put to me, do I say no? Never. I want to also make another statement. I'll see you all at the Brentwood Half Marathon tomorrow morning if you're there. I might not be looking too pretty, so I'm going to get the sunglasses on because I think I got hit with a few headbutts tonight. So if you see me with the sunnies on, make sure I don't take them off for the photo, yeah? I ain't getting no more modelling contracts, let's put it that way.
Personal best inbound tomorrow with the half marathon time?
No chance. I just want to get round. I probably won't sleep tonight, but I hope to see some of you there supporting me. And yeah, maybe you can get a picture of the boats tomorrow. I'll be down there. So bless me girlfriend, I think, drive me there early hours tomorrow. So yeah, take me out after her too.
George Liddard, congratulations. And still, we look forward to whatever is next for you. The Billericay Bomber just getting started, it seems, on the zone.
There you go. Speaks well as well, doesn't he, George Liddard? And look, I think there is so much more to come from him. It isn't just the British and Commonwealth belts that you can see. He's got another little trinket there as well. That's the IBF Intercontinental Middleweight title strap. I think we're going to see more belts in 2026 from that young man. When we come back, I did say at the top of the show that there's a lot what could happen here in London. A lot did happen. Myself, Tony Bellew, and Johnny Fisher will react to everything we saw here tonight, so don't go anywhere.
People are always asking me, Jess, how do you stay so focused? It's all about controlling your conditions. It can be better if you rotate to the right. Yeah, got it. This is pretty high tech. It purifies and humidifies, but it's pretty complicated. You have to press this button and, oh, that's it. Does it get tiring being this optimized? Sure, but to win, you need optimal conditions. And the big three, sleep, sleep, and sleep. You're not gonna put me sleeping, are you?
Got
Tails? You see, performance doesn't start at the match. It starts at home. My blue signature keeps my air fresh, which helps my game stay sharp. And when the conditions are perfect, you know I'm gonna celebrate. It's not overthinking. What? It's controlling what you can. Cut. I think that's a wrap here, guys. Yeah, I directed this too.
Yeah, what do you want?
On the Epstein files, you talked about Democrats who were in there. Elon Musk was also in there, and so was your Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and correspondence that he had with him. Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I didn't. I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things, and I don't know. You mentioned two names.
Success. To be fair to Charles, he's having no success.
Performances like the Hugo Centeno fight and the Ellis fight,
Ronald Ellis.
Ronald Ellis. I was saying Rashawn for some reason. I don't know why. Ronald Ellis. But regardless, you look at those fights and you're scratching your head like, is that the same guy? So the inconsistency of Aleem, and also unfortunately, he's not really been rewarded when he's gotten the big result.
Yes.
The times where he got the big result, a lot of times in this business, you get the big result. You move on to something better. He gets a big result. He's just sitting there waiting, sitting on his hands. Then he gets a last-minute call, and before you know it, he's dipped down again, and he's got to start all over again. So he feels like he's on a good roll right now. He's on a good streak. He's got the right team around him, and he feels like this is the moment that he can get the best out of himself. The thing is the best out of himself enough? At times, even when he's at his best, he's a little bit wide with his punches. Loves to throw the big punch. Makes him fun to watch, but it also opens him up to getting hit with the big shot, like we saw in the Centeno fight.
And Chris, Lester Martinez will come right at him, utilizing his height advantage and his reach advantage.
Yeah, Lester Martinez is a hyper-aggressive guy, but he also has really good technique. He's got a big amateur background, big power. That's a real difference here is Lester Martinez, the biggest puncher that I think Emmanuel Aleem has ever fought, because